July 5th, 2013 was declared as the inaugural celebration of Community Development Day, following Cabinet approval. Community Development Day was marked by significant activities across the country, put on by various arms of the Ministry of Community Development. These included the staging of the first ever Community Development Partnership Forum and Community Development Heroes Awards, a symposium targeting village and community councils and women's groups, the launch of the ministry's brand and logo, and a series of outreach initiatives which took the ministry's programs and services to communities across Trinidad and Tobago. These are people-focused and encompass poverty alleviation and social justice, which the ministry has established as something of a blueprint with which to chart a course for national development. To achieve these objectives, policies and frameworks have and continue to be crafted. The Honourable Winston Gypsy Peters is the Minister of Community Development.
As Minister of Community Development and as a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, I have witnessed the deterioration of the communities as I go by, even my very own community. But it is not irreparably so. We as the constituents and we as the people who are responsible for our own communities, we can make a difference. And on this Community Development Day, I would like to see all the communities getting together, showcasing the best of what you have to offer in the development of your community, and by extension to put it all together so it can redound to the benefit of the development of Trinidad and Tobago.
In order to embrace the theme for Community Development Day 2014, the dedication and commitment of the staff at the ministry is crucial in achieving the ministry's mandate and, by extension, the vision of the Government of Trinidad and Tobago. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Community Development, Donna Faraz.
Our ministry is, in just a couple words, concerned about building resilient communities. And as recently as last weekend at our Heads of Division retreat, we were mulling over whether we were certain and we were all on board about what we meant by resilience. Yes. Even came down to the discussion that resilience came out of another context and it really referred to an individual. But for our context, we see resilience in a community as something where the community together can get resources, can mobilize, can find resources to be able to take care of its needs, whether it is looking forward or whether it is something that has happened and they need to rebuild in whatever way. And therefore, when we look at that, we try to think of what are some of the things that really make up this resilience. We think about, when we say, can they mobilize? We think about team. We think about, are they working for the same things, even though they have different backgrounds, they may have different values, they have different individual goals. But as a community, what is the common thread that will bind them, and what is the line of sight that they have?
Through the continuous delivery of innovative and sustainable development programs, projects and services. The Community Development Division in the past year has been engaged in many activities to revitalize communities, as its director, Susan Corbett, explains.
The programs of the ministry are administered through the 9 administrative districts that I more or less direct to administrate on a daily basis. The programs are more or less people-centered and they redound to the benefit of the community at large. And some of the programs that I administrate are the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy Competition, the Adult Education Program, our Community Education Program, which involves skills training, handicraft development, leadership development, which is more or less like a capacity building program, and community awareness and sensitization. We also have the CARE program, which is the Community Action for Revival and Empowerment. This is a program whereby various community-based organizations are afforded the opportunity to access funding for their various community programs.
The Ministry of Community Development has continued to develop strategies to improve work processes to ensure that the work reflects the brand promise of being a trusted and committed partner in the building of communities that strive for resilience, harmony, and self-reliance.
Best Village, through its categories, has in essence contributed to empowering communities, allowing persons to develop both as individuals and as communities, and by extension, national development through the various categories. There are categories for each individual, from children to adult, elders, so that communities are made up of all ages, and therefore the program provides the mechanism for national development.
In any ministry, planning plays a key role. According to the head of the planning unit in the Ministry of Community Development, Sukhdeo Sankar, many activities take place around the year to ensure centers are up and running effectively.
Our ministry has been able to meet that mandate in terms of our programs and projects. For instance, the role and function of community centers, one will recall that the number of training programs that assist the community and the people to go there, and for handicraft training, now we install in community centers computers where people can have access, children can go there and learn. We have a number of programs that are being conducted, and that itself, you see, development, it's by itself, national development, the community centers over a period of time. Since it was established from the first Prime Minister of our country, Dr. Eric Williams, he has that legacy and that foresight to see when he arranged to meet the people tour, and he see the need to bring communities together and to empower them. It created a level of oneness, a level where we can partner with the community and NGOs, partner with them in the sense that we build a community, we build a society. And the role of a society generates values for people. It makes people's lives so meaningful, so productive, so innovative, in the sense that community meet together. You always say, united we stand, divided we fall.
While providing as much support as it can, the Ministry of Community Development continuously measures the work done within the Community Development Framework. Through critical assessment, Director of the Community Development Fund, Harold Gopal.
At the CDF, we view our role as building communities. And that is why we look at community development in a sustainable manner in terms of environmental sustainability, social sustainability, and economic sustainability. We at this CDF view poverty in the same three dimensions. What we do, however, is focus on community development using the strategy of poverty alleviation. So our intervention or our approach to community development is really by reducing or trying to alleviate poverty at the community levels. And in so doing, we are forced to interact with other players at the community level, and certainly our partner agency in the Ministry of Community Development, agencies like mediation agencies, like GAP agencies, like the Community Development Unit, we interact with them on an ongoing basis so that we can lend synergies to the work that we are doing, because we are contributing to a holistic development of the community, and our intervention is only one aspect of the broader development of communities.
The Ministry of Community Development has also created a roadmap to identify its priorities within the context of the National Development Plan.
We have several projects that are undertaken by the National Commission for Self-Help Limited. We have one project undertaken by NITCO, another by MTS, as well as the company PSAEL. Right, they are undertaking one project, that is the La Savane Community Center, which is at Guayaguayari. Our in-house projects also are undertaken by us, by the ministry's project management unit, and these are refurbishment works done to community centers as well as regional complexes. The ministry has a facility at St. Anne's where several elements of refurbishment works are being done.
Technology helps to push the entire process forward. As the head of IT, Keane Bryan explains.
The IT department has both internal and external stakeholders. Within the ministry, we provide services to the business units of the ministry, that being the ComDev division, the Prime Minister's Best Village Trophy competition, as well as its supporting departments. Internally, we provide support, IT support to these departments as it relates to our external stakeholders, given that these are the service delivery arms of the ministry. Anything that the IT unit does for business process re-engineering, we do have a good uptake in that regard, where the citizenry can expect better service from those departments given the ICTs that we provide to them.
And the ongoing training platforms and workshops organized by the Ministry of Community Development have benefited people in villages and towns across Trinidad and Tobago.
As a resident of Mover, I am very excited that finally we will have our community center, and it's going to be well equipped. As you know, Mover has a very young population, very professional people. We live very well in the community. Despite any negativity you may hear about us, we live very well in the community, and we do look forward to such a facility. We are very excited. We would like to thank the ministry for finally bringing this event to a reality.
The center was the hub of the community. They had affiliated clubs, you know, the Ebony Cricket Club, the football clubs, which were affiliated to the center and was managed by Mr. Mitchell and Mr. Eriche in those days. And I think it's something that is needed because it builds the community, it helps bring everybody together. And the Mover Central Community Center was like the mother center to all the others, be it the Romaine lands, the Chinapu, the Monwipo. So they were like the governing center for Mover. And I am very happy and pleased to know that it is going to be completed within 7 months, and I look forward to its completion.
As a past president of Nebodoti Village Council and I'm responsible for community organizations in the area, I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful. It's long overdue. We need a facility, a proper facility. And a proper managed facility that is critical. The programs that are involved in the community is critical to have, well planned and maintained. I think that it is critical and essential. I congratulate the ministry for not initiating, but bringing to the point of implementation.
My name is Mayuel Cummings. I represent the community of Northwest Laventille, and I've been in the Best Village program for the last 39 years.
I am Tia James, proud to represent the Sangre Grande Recreation United Sports Club from Ojo Road, Sangre Grande, and proudly represent the community of St. Andrew St. David's.
The Ministry of Community Development continues to strive for excellence. We continue to achieve the targets identified in our strategic plan from 2011 to 2014. It has intervened at community levels to ensure that there is proper infrastructure and systems in place to build resilience and sustainability within all communities. We look forward to hosting once more the biannual Community Development Partnership Forum, where we seek to further and sustain close partnership and synergies among our internal and external stakeholders.